Coons on Trial. And the reason why I'm making this video, because I think there is some confusion going on here. Especially when it comes to who is in control of the black culture and who is in control of the direction that black people are going. Because if you listen to these coons, they will talk to you like the real people that are down for the culture. They talk to you like as if we have the power. But after you get done listening to this video, you're going to realize that it's really the coons that are driving the bus. And they pretty much are driving the black culture off of the cliff. And I'm going to prove this to you. Now check this out. Let me go ahead and make my case. Now, here on YouTube, the coons have the majority of the views and the majority of the support of the people, especially with the non-blacks, which I really don't understand why they are even in the mix when it comes to black issues. That's another video. And they listen to these coons that get on there, and they're quite good at pointing out the downfalls of the black culture. You know, that's what they do. I guess if that's all you do, I guess you, sooner or later, you get good at it. And they have gotten very good at that. But this is where I'm going to break the case down. And we're going to put these coons back on the shelf again. Now check this out. See, they love to tell black people everything that's wrong with them. But you got to understand, these coons, they're kind of like having a lazy school teacher. You know that school teacher that lays your work on the table, but they won't help you? They say, here's the problem. And they tell you, don't raise your hand because I'm not going to help you. That what reminds me of these coons these days. Because they will tell you the problem, but they don't want you to raise your hand. But yet, they want to be in the driver's seat. And that to me is just quite confusing, if you ask me. And when it comes to politics, when it comes to black politics, you have these coons that try to say that the pro-black movement is in control of black politics. Because believe me, if the black Muslims were in control of black politics, and if the black Israelite brothers and sisters was in power, or the black Egyptians, or the down to earth everyday people that study black history and that really rifle the culture, if they were in power, I guarantee you black politics would look a whole lot different. But people were not in power. It's the coons. It's the same coons that get on YouTube, highly educated, and they talk all of this stuff. And they have the same thing in common with the black educated politician. Because these same coons, no matter where they're at, this is what they do. They build great relationships with our oppressors. This is how you can spot a coon. He gets along with our oppressors. He shakes the hands of our oppressors. He goes golfing with our oppressors. That's how you know who's the coons. And if you pay attention to these YouTubers on here, these coon YouTubers, they have great relationships with our oppressors and those that are against us. Which I would say that those that are Caucasian or other than black or anti-black. That's how you can spot a coon. And these YouTubers on here, they follow the same regimen. And it's sad if you ask me. But anyways, these coons will tell you that you're not qualified to run the black culture. Nah, you're too black. This is what these coons tell you, subliminally. They're basically telling you you're too black. See, and these coons, they don't want to debate you because they know they can't debate a real black person. If you look at the debates, I think Tommy Sotomayor got some kind of live debate thing going on. He's debating every day, Joe Blows. He's not debating nobody that's real because he know he can't do that. And another sign when you know a person is a coon, when they have nothing to do with black history or black culture or the history of the Bible, concerning black people. No, we don't want to talk about that. No, we don't want to hear what those brothers got to say. That's when you know these are coons, because they know they can't argue the Bible, because they know that the Bible is the truth. So when you see them running from the Bible, it's because they know they have no way of winning. So they want to keep it on the basis of man. You know what I mean? They want to, they want to theorize with man's knowledge. They want to stay within that. They don't want to go biblical or they don't want to mess with history, because history disproves everything they say. Just like also, history disproves their theology. Now imagine this. What if Martin Luther King thought like David Thoreau? Think about that for a minute. Think if Malcolm X thought like David Thoreau. Think of Martin Luther King doing a speech saying, "You Negroes are all messed up. And that's all I got to say. I'm not here to help you. I just want to tell you how messed up you are, and that's it. I want to hear nothing else from you Negroes. This is a classic." And he walked off the stage. Can you imagine the state that black people would be in today? And think if Malcolm X thought like David Thoreau or Tommy Sotomayor. What if he stood before the people and said, "You know what? You Negroes are all messed up, and I'm not going to help you. Matter of fact, I can't stand you niggas." And walked off the stage. Can you imagine how it would be for black people today? Things will be quite different. This is how you know these are coons. Because their theology would never work for the culture, for black people in general. Now, if you look on my channel, you see black women and black men agreeing with each other. Because the foundation that I laid down was for us to come together. I didn't come to you as a doctor that told you you had cancer, then walked out of the room and didn't offer you no medicine. That's the David Thoreau tactic. That's the Tommy Sotomayor tactic. That's what they do. I come to give you food, knowledge. That's how you know when people love the culture. That's when you know people care about the culture. But do these coons truly care about the culture? No, they do not. But they try to say that everybody that speaks in the behalf of black people is pro-black. I find that kind of funny, because I never voted for Democrats a day in my life. And I don't plan to. This is what makes everything funny. But the funny thing about it is, to tell you the truth, all these mayors that are running these black cities all of these black people that are on the board of education, all of these coons, all of these people that have this power, they don't want nothing to do with black culture, black history, or the biblical explanation of why we are in the state that we are in today. So how could they be pro-black? So what we have to do, we have to change the definition of what pro-black is. And pro-black is not a person that puts on a suit and calls himself a Democrat. See, David Caroll, you got pro-black mixed up with the wrong people. You got the people that are coons, that are running our cities, that are kissing the Caucasians' butts and doing everything America wants them to do. That's why when they are running for mayor and they get all these district jobs, they do nothing for black people. Those are coons. They're not pro-black. Pro-black is the black Islam. Pro-black is the black Israelites. Those that understand that the Bible is talking about black people. That's what I consider to be pro-black. So I think David Caroll, I think you kind of mixed up and you really don't know what pro-black really means. Maybe you know what pro-coon means, but I don't think you know what pro-black means. And that's why I got you Coons on Trial today. Because the stuff that you're talking about, backwards. You don't know nothing about what you're talking about. That's why you don't want to talk about the Bible. You don't want to talk about black history because you know that it will disprove all of your theology and all of your rhetoric, period. So I tell you this, and I tell you this from the heart. Now, if you're not here to help the black people, and you can't stand these Negroes, then why in the hell are you talking about black issues? Why are you even involved in black issues when you don't even know a coon from a pro-black person? See, you're calling people, these politicians that are in power, you're calling them pro-black. These people are not pro-black. If they was pro-black, then they would do a lot more for their black communities, and they're not doing it. That's not pro-black. I think you confused, brother. What you need to do is take all of that so-called intelligence and intellect that you so-called to have, and you need to use it to help your people, or jump your black ass off the ship. Thank you for listening. Like, subscribe. One love.